What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Team Solemn Circus live video. On the left side here, we have Dinomorphia going up against Heroes on the right side here. Both these players have been playing the same respective decks for a bit now. We're going to be seeing a die roll with a 5 on the Dinomorphia side, and then a higher than a 5, so we have a 6 on one die, and the other die went flying. So here's going to be able to start it off, having the advantage here against Dinomorphia, obviously, being a trap deck. We all know how trap decks like to go first, being able to set up their cards. We're already seeing Fusion Destiny going to be the first card activated here, which is now going to lock us into Dark Warriors from the extra deck here. We sent a Mali and the Denier. Both of these cards are going to allow us to kind of go up into a combo with the Cross Crusader, but we do summon with the DP, which is going to be a dreadful card against the Dinomorphia, being able to pop multiple cards during, of course, their turn and then the next turn as well, making them not able to set up those traps here. We do see the Mali summoning itself out from the deck, and then we have the Denier, which can summon itself out, and then we have either Tool. We have link materials, and we can also put the Mali back into the deck that was banished, giving us access to 4 Malis in total. We go for a Cross Crusader, which now can activate its effects, bringing back either or. It does not really matter. And then we're going to activate the effect of Cross Crusader, destroying the Mali to allow us to search our deck for any of the hero monsters here. So they are going to take a second to think on this, and they do search for a Stratos there. And then we are going to proceed to normal summon the Stratos. They are going to activate the ask to read the Fusion Destiny, because it does ask what they're locked out of. But they're locked out of supposed to summon out from the extra deck, I believe, other than Dark Fusion, or Dark Warriors, if I'm not mistaken. But we are going to be able to search with the Stratos there for a Plasma. Okay. So we have the ability to go into the Plasma by banishing the Mali, summoning another Mali. Then we can use all 3 of those to go into a copy of the Plasma. This is going to be very hard for Dinomorphia to end up being able to beat, but fortunately for them, they actually have a really powerful card called, I guess it does not, Rextram's really good, but we also have the Ketchagina from the extra deck, which is going to be forced to have 4,000 attack, because the copy of Plasma is going to continuously negate it. We do see Fossil Dig and activate, letting us search for a Theresia here, and this is going to kind of allow us to start going into our Dinomorphia stuff. Now, if our opponent doesn't really know how Dinomorphia does work, it's going to be kind of difficult for us to kind of interact with them there. We do see a Pot of Duality, we see a Ferret Flames, a Strike, as well as a Frenzy. Or it might be Domain. But depending on what they end up choosing, it looks like they have a Brute in the hand as well, but I'm not exactly sure here. I feel like we just choose the Strike, because we know we're going to start going and playing some really weird versions. So we're going to have the DP is going to come back. We're going to get into a grind game. Being able to strike the DP coming back probably is a really good option there, but we're going to add the Ferret Flames instead here. They're going to ask to read the Ferret Flames. This is a very good card. I don't know how good it is in this scenario here, but yeah. We are going to be seeing it be kind of explained. So we have 4 trap cards in the hand, and then 2 monsters, it appears. Theresia can also set. We also have Iron Thunder there, so we could. Theresia also can set one from the deck as well if we wanted to leave us with 5 trap cards. But we're going to be setting 4, and maybe they're hoping that the hero player ends up going DP trying to pop one of them. They're going to go normal summon with the Theresia, activating the effect, and they're going to go DPE Chain. And then we're going to be destroying 2 of them here. Now, Plasma does negate the Theresia. I am completely forgetting about that. And we do get rid of the Brute there. Dinomorphia, the DP will activate its effects, being able to bring itself back out. But now we have 3 other cards to kind of hit. Now, Ferret Flames is not going to be that good unless we're going to chain it to kind of the DP, but we do have a Cross Keeper, which can summon back out the Stratos, which can then activate its effects, trying to destroy the spells and traps. Or does it negate the effects? Okay, maybe you can't do that there. We're going to be seeing the Mali banish itself in the graveyard, summoning itself out once again. And then we're going to link 2 into the Cross Crusader, activating the effect once again, bringing it back out. And that's going to be bringing out the Mali, and then we're going to activate the effect once again, destroying to let us search. Now we can search for another Stratos if we want to kind of force out that back row, or a Liquid Soldier here as well. We're then going to proceed to normal summon with the Liquid Soldier. That's going to allow us to summon back out the Stratos. But we are going to think on this. Do we chain the Ferret Flames here? I feel like we have to wait till the DPE activates to chain the Ferret Flames so we get rid of the DPE. We're going to go Iron Thunder, which is a counter trap. So we aren't going to be able to respond, and it's going to destroy everything in the plasma, or in the column there with the Ferret Flames. Then we are going to activate the Miracle Fusion, and we're just going to see our opponent admit defeat with Heroes end up taking it there. Yeah, having the Miracle Fusion in the hand, being able to banish the hero, the Liquid Soldier getting 2 more draws is going to be kind of crazy as well. Very hard for Dinomorphia to come back from that, especially by facing a one-sided skill drain on their side of the field there. But they're going to have the advantage of being able to go first this time around. Going to be able to set up hopefully their entire board. And Heroes does have a little bit of a problem trying to break that there. It won't be impossible for Heroes, but it definitely will be a bit of a struggle. Especially if we set 5 cards, potentially even having a Solemn Judgment or a Strike being set, having the Fusion Monsters being summoned out, and having a Skill Drain being faced up against them. Honestly, it's kind of like the battle of the Skill Drain one-sided here. I don't know if Heroes have a burn card that they could maybe burn through it. I don't think that they do. They do have a card that makes them gain attack, though, which does kind of have a struggle against. I guess I can just beat over something little. So I guess DP is pretty powerful of a card when you are playing against Dinomorphia, not just for the pop effect, but also for the attack modulation. Be able to potentially even beat over something little if they go down to low enough life points there. And they also have a piercing battle damage one as well, but I'm not too sure. Diving on into game number 2, we are going to be seeing Dinomorphia start off with a Fossil Dig. There also is the potential that we have like one of those Spell and Trap card blowout cards in our extra deck when we are playing the Mass Change. I know it's not tends to be the most meta reliable card that we end up playing, but there are formats where there are little trap decks that people do have to play it. We're going to know some of the 3s you activating the effect, setting the Frenzy from the deck. That's going to allow us to Fusion Summon using our extra deck, and I believe in deck. And we have also a Call with the Grave as well, and a Card of Demise here. So you might be seeing 3 sets and then activating Card of Demise. We are going to be losing all those cards other than 1. So maybe we might actually just opt to use it for the next turn once all of our traps have gone away. If you guys have not seen Nathan's top 4 regionals Dinomorphia deck list, definitely check it out. He does explain that he does use it quite a bit, and we are going to be seeing the copy of the being set and keeping that copy of the Card of Demise in the hand here. Now the opponent's going to start off with a Hero Liz, paying half their life points to summon out a Stratos from their deck, which is then going to activate its effects, allowing us to search here. And we do search for a Ferris. So potentially have the Mally in the hand. We have the Increase instead, but we do play multiple Increase. So we're going to be sending the Increase to the Graveyard, summon with the Ferris. And then Ferris can activate the effect, allowing us to place the second Increase into our Spell and Trap card zone. A lot of players are playing double Increase now. I think it is going to be a little bit correct. There is the ratio that, if you are playing 40 cards, you want to play less of it because you don't want to brick, but it's always been a debate in the hero community here. We're going to see Increase in the Ferris, summoning itself out, then activate the effect, something with the Vion. Vion can then activate the effect, dumping from the deck, normally dumping a copy of the Shadow Mist. So we search. We are going to chain the Frenzy to this, allowing us to pay half, and now summoning out. And we're going to send the Mally to the graveyard here. We're going to send the Diplos alongside a copy of the one with the wings. Summon up the Ketragina there, which I was mentioning earlier, the one that lets you double, or I guess copy the attack, but has 4,000, and you would lose attack depending on whatever, how much life you have. We're going to be banishing the Frenzy, allowing us to Fusion Summon once again by using the Fusion Monster. We're sending a Theresia alongside another copy of the Stealth Bird, going for the Rexstrom now, which is then going to be essentially a skill drain for all these bodies because they do have 2,000 attack. So anything under 2,000 now can no longer activate, and they're going to be having quite a difficult time. As well as being able to turn the attack to 1,000 as well. So we're going to be linking away for the Cross Crusader, and this is going to allow us to bring back with the Malibu. We are going to chain Crackdown to this on the summon, which is then going to be stealing the monster, and it is now going to be under their control. We could see potentially a Call with the Grave on the Mally, but the Mally will still summon itself back out. And then we're going to link away to another Cross Crusader. We're going to be banishing the Mally to summon out here a Mally. And they're going to activate the effect of destroying the Mally to allow us to search our deck. And that's going to let us search for the Plasma here. Okay. This is going to be a little bit of a hard card to kind of beat here. We then banish the Mali once again. I wonder if we should have just cobbled the Mali there so that we couldn't have gotten, this many Malis on the field. We're then going to know some of the Blaze Man, activating the effect, allowing us to search for a Polymerization here. And we could chain Rexstrom to negate that, allowing us not to play Polymerization. But we do have the Iron Thunder as well, being able to negate and destroy. So we're going to chain that, which is destroy the Theresia as well as the Rexstrom there. And then Rexstrom will be able to activate the effect, bringing it back out to the Theresia from the graveyard. And like this is going to essentially just kind of just interrupt their plays completely. Not be able to search for Polymerization, not having that third body on the field. I guess they already did summon out, so they couldn't. Oh, no, they did normal summon there, so they could get that. We're going to be seeing Theresia set one of the trap cards. And we do have Monster Reborn here. We have the chain for the Call of the Grave to negate that Stratos, or the target of the Monster Reborn, I should say. And we're just going to set one card. And pass turn, I think, on this. We could go Battle Phase, attack, but they're just going to set one and pass. We know that Plasma, one of the cards in the hands, there is one unknown. Monster Reborn being a very legendary card that if people have not played, I think it is quite good in different formats. I don't think it's horrible right now. I think that, playing it, like we saw Sean playing it in Marincess the other day. If this video does go up prior to that, I was recording it the other day, I should say. I played it in Snake Eyes for a bit at the start of Snake Eyes. I don't think it's a really bad card. I think it can be quite nice. I think it can come back to 3, honestly, depending on the deck. We're going to go up into the Infernal Dread going up. That's going to let us search for a copy of Neos. And then we set another card there, and we just pass turn on that. Okay. So that's going to be it for us now. And we end up drawing a Prod of Prosperity, probably the worst draw off of that, because we want to be able to activate the card of Demise. We could set the Prosperity there, but that's going to just kind of allow us not to set other traps, which is going to be unfortunate. So it is kind of hard there. Probably the worst card in their deck to draw. They still have 3 other zones opened up, so Prod of Prosperity could 100% be set there, but we're going to see Theresia being turned into attack position. Then we're going to activate Favorite Contact here. That's going to allow us to shuffle back to summon out the DPE here. It's going to be an attack position. We are going to be seeing a level modulation here. A lot of level modulation off of the DPE. The Theresia is going to attempt to attack into something, but we're going to see Kejigina attack into the Infernal Rage. Okay, now they're going to calculate the stats boost difference. Okay, so yeah, we'll take a second to read the DPE there. They're not going to force them to attack, which is good. I mean, that's the proper thing to do, especially like this is just a locals tournament, which is kind of important to note that if this was like a regionals, that they would be forced to attack, but still. And the Call with the Grave is gone. You imagine the Call with the Grave being able to hit the DPE there. That would have been crazy. But yeah. What's also really cool is that if we do go DPE on the Crackdown, we will be able to get back our Cross Crusader as well, which is kind of important. They are thinking on this now. It's going to be pretty hard for us to find a way to get out of this situation. Now, we do have 2 level 4s on the field, so we could potentially go up into a rank 4, which can then potentially be the Monster Negate. Now, I don't know if we necessarily know that in this case here. We are going to go set the Prosperity, then we are going to go Card of Demise, drawing into 3 trap cards here, one of them being Iron Thunder, another being a Domain, and then I'm not sure what the last one is. We're going to set definitely the Iron Thunder and the Domain, and then we're going to go DPE effects, targeting the face down of our own, and then the Crackdown there, which then will allow us to now get back our monster here, and DP will not be able to touch the graveyard, which is going to be quite nice, but now we have the threat of the trap card going to be able to activate there. When we send that other card to the graveyard, I think it's like a Dinomorphia card, but I'm not exactly sure here. We are going to activate the Domain Paying, bringing us down to 1,000, I believe, allowing us to fusion summon on the chain of Mali, bringing Mali out. Going up into the Rexstrom now, and now everything's going to be essentially negated on their side of the field. We do go up into the Plasma. Oh no, we knew that they had it as well here. And we have Plasma DP combo once again. Yeah, that's going to be rough. We're going to banish the Mali once again to summon out another Mali. And they are thinking on this. We're going to go Brute to negate the effect there. No, I don't know if we necessarily want to do that. Now, the Plasma will attack into this stuff. We are going to go banish to bring out the Diplos. Diplos will then be able to activate the effect, and we are under Plasma. We're going to attack over that, and now I think our life points are only going to keep getting halved because we did activate the Brute. I think that's how that works. But we're going to be able to bring back out the Ketchagina here. And then DP will activate the effect targeting itself alongside the Ketchagina. They're thinking on flipping up the Iron Thunder on this, but you might want to wait to the graveyard effect of Iron Thunder and just let the Ketchagina die. We're going to see that happen. Then we're going to see Ketchagina effect going to activate as well as DP effects going to activate there. And we bring out the Theresia and we don't negate with the Iron Thunder. That's interesting. We're going to pass turn on that. DP is going to return here. And we are going to kind of continue. We still have the Plasma. The Plasma is going to be a pretty hard card to just beat here, honestly. We do go Product Prosperity now. Going to be digging our deck once again. You know, we end up drawing 3 cards the last turn. Now, Product Prosperity isn't as good as, drawing 3 and fortunately discarding our card. But it does let us choose 6 cards from our deck and up picking the best one here. And so they're going to pick up the DP once again. And I feel like the Ferret Flames is definitely the right option. You're going to want to wait for that DP to activate, flip up the Ferret Flames, and essentially just make it so that they have no cards on their field left. We are going to be choosing that Ferret Flames there. A very good card. But do we have a way to kind of beat any of this? We're going to put the Theresia in attack and defense position there, and we're going to pass turn. Now they are going to go DP on the Ferret Flames, and we do have to force the Iron Thunder this because it is the correct card there, which is then going to be destroying it and as well as the Diplos. And now DP is going to be coming back, and we're going to be kind of forced here. We're going to activate Plasma, attempting to suck up the Theresia. And we're going to be forced to Ferret Flames. We're going to chain DP, targeting itself alongside the face down. And we are going to Brute negate this once again. And now we're going to be having to shuffle it back into the deck there. But DP will be able to bring itself back once again. And so yeah, we're going to be seeing Theresia being sent to the graveyard as well because of the fact that the Plasma is going to try to suck it up, but it cannot, therefore it just falls off. I'm just going to pass turn on this. So then we're going to see DP bring itself back. We're going to set a card and just pass turn on that as well. So DP beatdown is going to be real here. We have a bunch of cards in the graveyard that can kind of protect our life points. So we're going to go attack, and then we just banish to protect ourselves, making it half damage once again. We're going to set one card and then just pass turn on that. And we're going to slowly start just gaining more cards here if we can't find a ways to kind of negate anything here. We're going to go DP, target the face down, and we do let that go through. It's going to be a Judgment. And then DP will be able to bring itself back. We are going to chain here before the standby phase, allowing us to summon out, this is, I believe, Alert, bringing out Dinomorphia monsters here. We're going to bring out the Rexstrom, and they do chain Imperm on the Rexstrom here, and that's going to be met with Rexstrom's effects to bring down the DPE. And we're going to be seeing the Miracle Fusion in the same zone as the as imperm here, which is going to allow us to not resolve it. Then we're going to go Polymerization here using DP as well as the Neos to go up into the Sunrise. Sunrise can then let us activate the effect. And that's going to allow us, or do we only play one Miracle Fusion, so we can't. And yeah, they forgot about that. They already had used the Miracle Fusion there. So we're going to have to pass turn on this. Yeah, it's going to be kind of tough for heroes. We still have increase in the graveyard, so when they take damage, they will be able to activate the increase effect to allow us to summon itself out. We're going to go Pop Duality there, and they do have Ash for this. We're going to go Rexstrom, half your life points once again, being able to attack over the DPE, making them take some damage and pass turn on this. Now, Heroes has one card left, and we're going to see them admit defeat, moving on to game number 3 here. We are getting really close to time here, which is going to be a little bit of an issue, especially for Dinomorphia, you know, having to play against a deck that, you know, it's going to be just halving their life points immediately, almost instantly. There, you know, having to go up in the time is going to be kind of brutal. It does have a better chance to lose when you are playing against it. And Heroes are going to be able to choose to go first or second. Obviously, they're going to go first. Being able to set up a board is going to be kind of difficult, especially if we get DP on the field. We are going to be able to start popping. Now, this is going to be in a top cut, which I should be mentioning to you guys at the locals. So I do know exactly what happens here, which is going to be kind of like interesting. They are going to get into time where the life points are going to be equal. Therefore, it's going to be moved into the game number 4, air quotes, where you shuffle it back in. This is what our judge ended up telling us that was going to be going. I think this was at the OTS. So, you know, maybe I wouldn't take back the attack from that for on the DP there. But up to each personal player, you know, if you do say or they ask you what the card does and you do not explain that to them, then it does make sense that that you do kind of, you know, and let them take it back, especially when you just don't tell them what the effect does. Now we're going to be diving into game 3 with Heroes going to go first, normal summoning out that Stratos, activating the effect, and that's going to allow them to search their deck. For the Ferris, we all know how this combo goes. Do we have the Mali in the hand? We do have the Mali in the hand there to send to the graveyard to search for the Ferris. Increase can then summon itself out. We're going to be seeing them send the Ferris, summon out the Vion. Vion can dump from the deck. You know, it's really cool that we have Mali back at 3. So now we have the Ferris at 3 and the Mali at 3. So depending on what you end up searching for, you get to have that option there. We do see the Denier being sent to the graveyard off the Vion. We're then going to banish the Vion, or banish the Ferris off the Vion to search for that Polymerization in that gorgeous hero alternate art. Then we're going to be going up into the Cross Crusader, summon back out. We all know how this goes. And we do search for the Plasma. You know, it worked so well the first time and the second time. We're going to do it again. We're going to see the Mali being summoned out, link away for the copy of the Infernal Dread, revealing once again, letting us search for another copy of the Neos. We've seen this combo before. We're then going to go up, we're then going to go up into another Mali here, I believe. Or we're going to summon up the Denier there. Then we're going to put the Mali back into the deck. Then we're going to go Polymerization using 2 of the Elemental Hero monsters with different attributes, allowing us to go for the Infernal Rage. Infernal Rage is going to then activate the effect, allowing us to search for the favorite contact, which can also tag itself out into the other one there. We do go into the Wonder Driver. We're going to activate the effect, going now letting us summon back out the Sunrise. Then we're going to be seeing Miracle Fusion being searched. And yeah, they're going to read a couple of these cards here. We're going to go Miracle Fusion, summoning out. We're going to be banishing the Fusion as well as going up into the Wake Up Elemental Hero. That's going to activate the effect, allowing us to set the another Miracle Fusion. Then we're going to have a Fusion Destiny here, having all the cards that we want to. This is going to be the full combo, as well as having the level 1 sent to the graveyard there for the DP. DP can actually then pop the Wake Up, which can then activate the effect, allowing us to summon out the Stratos from, or the Shadow Mist from the deck, which can then let us search for the copy of the Mass Change. DP is going to activate the effect, allowing us to summon itself back out. But we now have access to a Dark Claw as well here. Just absolutely brutal in this case, as well as having the Mali summoning itself out. We can then go for a Plasma. And we are going to be banishing for the third time, having the Mali, which then lets go into the Dark Law here. And the DPE. So yeah, we have Dark Law, Plasma, DPE, Favorite Contact, and then we also have everything else going. So we see the Ash finally being drawn. We see the DPE being summoned itself out. And this is honestly the ultimate hero end board. If you guys want to see how heroes play, this is going to be how it's done. You know, there is no board that can beat this other than, like, you know, evenly matched stuff like that, obviously. But yeah, the combo is a bit long. We are going to be seeing time when they get called here and they ask, like, what are they doing? It's super unfortunate because, like, hero is 100% winning that game. Like, when we look at this board here, I can't see a world where hero loses this, honestly. I did jump ahead to the video where the judge comes over and kind of explains how the policy ends up going. And now we're going to be going up into, like, the fourth game here with, I believe, the winner of the die roll going to be choosing who goes first. But yeah, they are going to be not siding this, reshuffling it up. Very unfortunate for heroes there having that end board, and we go to 4 turns. So I guess if you guys have not played in a higher tournament, this is going to be kind of like the way that it plays in a top cut or single elimination round. If time does get called in the middle of a match and there is no winner, they are going to go up into this kind of game state there. We see an 8, which is pretty high, but we do get a 10. So we're going to be seeing heroes going to be able to go first here. Once again, can we set up the exact same end board and end up winning this way? We are going to be seeing a shifter being dropped instead this time, and this is going to be huge for Dinomorphia, going to be potentially even game-winning against heroes. Now, they do have a way to play around this, or play through it, I should say, ending on a different end board, but Rhoda is going to activate, letting us search for a Stratos, and then we are going to be activating a Crosskeeper, summoning out the Stratos, but we have to discard this card to the graveyard, so we can't actually activate that effect. I don't think that Crosskeeper is actually a really good card. I think I'd prefer to say to Cross Crusader myself, but, you know, your deck, your choice. I have nothing to say against it. We are going to be seeing these Stratos being normal summoned, allowing us to now activate the effect, and that's going to let us search for the Ferris. Now, I'm not sure if Ferris has to discard to the graveyard to summon itself out, but if it does, it's going to be kind of unfortunate as well. We're going to see the increase being sent once again here, and then the Ferris is going to summon. We do pick it up, make sure that we read it, so it is most likely going to be fine if we do have to summon, and we place the increase into Spell and Trap card zone, summoning itself out. Having that increase and the Crosskeeper in the hand is not what we're looking for. We're going to see the Vion get activated, or we're going to summon out the Vion here. It can't activate the effect because we can't banish from the graveyard alongside while we dump. There's no really point. And we just pass turn on this. This is not looking hot. We're walling up here against a trap deck. That's going to be unfortunate. We do have Droll in the hand, which does not go well with the shifter. But they set 4 cards and just pass turn on that. So now we are in turn 3. Hero can finally do some damage. We're going to normal summon Stratos, activating the effect. This can pop the entire back row here. This can be huge. Yeah, Dinomorphia has to find something to stop this here. They are at 8,000 life points as well, so that Ferret Flame is going to be kind of hard for us to kind of play through it. They're going to read the Ferret Flames, making sure that it is correct. We're going to chain Ferret Flames here. Then we're going to chain Domain, paying half our life points, bring it down to 4,000. That's interesting. Diplos and 3s here being sent to the graveyard, allowing us to summon out. I'm going to be assuming the Ketchagina here. And, like, Dinomorphia in time is not looking too hot. And then we're going to be making them put back till they're 4,000. Keeping both Stratoses, okay. And the other 2 traps go to the graveyard. Or they just send 1 to the graveyard now, okay. So we're going to send the copy of Brute, keeping that Ice Dragon's Prison, which is going to be really good against a whole warrior deck. And we still have the Ketchagina as well, so. We're going to activate the Ketchagina, banishing, allowing us to summon here. Banishing the domain. And we're going to be most likely summoning out the copy of Rexstrom. But how are we going to find a way to kind of get over this Rexstrom here? Now, they have paid half their life points twice, bringing us down now to 2,000. And it's going to be kind of hard for them to beat over, dealing enough damage to get to that 2,000 difference here. But we can definitely do it. We're going to send the Diplos to the graveyard. So now having double Theresia, double Diplos in that graveyard, they're kind of emptying their deck completely. We see another Ketchagina being made, interestingly enough. Maybe this is so that we can deal damage quickly. Having these bodies at 2,000, being able to attack, just beating like a big beat sticks there. Or if, we take another 1,000 by using the Brute effect, they'll be both 3,000, being able to deal 6,000 damage, and we get another body on the field that can just be enough for game right then and there. But we're going to go talents now to draw 2. And is that going to be good enough? We see Droll and Lockbird here. That can be really good against this deck, depending on what we end up drawing. We're going to link away now for the E-Hero here. And this is going to be very hard for us, because if we activate a Polymerization or anything like that, or even a Miracle Fusion, we can potentially see that Ice Dragon's Prison going to be just removing them entirely from the field, banishing, making it so we don't get to set that Miracle once again. We're going to activate the Cross Keeper here, and then that's going to be summoning out the Stratos. We're going to activate a copy of the Monster Reborn bringing out, and we just go up into Plasma. Now we just flip up Ice Dragon's Prison, and we have zero problem getting rid of all of this here. Banishing the Plasma, banishing the Liquid Soldier, or not the Liquid Soldier, but the Stratos, and then setting one card and just passing turn on this, and now we can have 6,000 damage being dealt, or I guess 4,000 damage being dealt instantly. This is going to be the last turn here, but using their entire field, just getting rid of it for that one Plasma, which just gets outed immediately off of the off of that one Ice Dragon's Prison, definitely feels bad for Heroes. They were in such a good position to go into this, just feels so wrong. We're going to see the Ash going to be in the hand, and we have no way to deal enough damage. So Hero end up taking the win anyways here. That is so rough from the Dinomorphia side. They tried so hard. Being able to summon out the second copy of Ketchagina there was just unfortunate enough for them. The idea was good, but unfortunately that top deck was just not great enough. The Imperm was a set card as well. Honestly, the Hero hand was not that great, but the fact that Dinomorphia has to pay so much life points there is just unfortunately so rough. They did a really good job being able to beat through this, though, and playing it extremely well through their own hand. Ice Dragon's Prison, saving that to the last moment, being able to destroy that Plasma that they worked so hard to get through was an amazing play. And huge shout outs to both these players here for being a great sport. Regardless, hoping to watch the video. Don't forget to like, comment, see more content like this. Stay safe. Peace.